Today I am going to be addressing an issue that is something that I think everyone can relate with, and that is increasing minimum wage.
As you can see from this chart, Florida has definitely increased their minimum wage throughout the years. However, $11 an hour is a sad story. It is still not sufficient enough to supply families with money that they need for themselves with the rising cost of rent and food.
Florida is set to raise the minimum wage every single year until 2026 to eventually make it to $15 per hour for the state minimum wage. However, that is still 3 years away. According to MIT, a study that was done in 2021, the average single person needed to make a minimum of $30,825 per year to make a livable wage. In 2023, it's now estimated closer to $35,800. In just 2 years, almost a $5,000 increase per year.
I'm sure every single American can relate to this photo who lives paycheck to paycheck, especially ones who make minimum wage. With making only $30,000 to $35,000 a year, you're actually only making about $17 to $18 an hour.
Have you ever had to work 2 jobs, and if so, why?
I've never worked 2 jobs, but I've definitely had to live paycheck to paycheck before.
Should minimum wage be increased?
Yes, I definitely think that, especially in the economy right now, it's really hard for families, single mothers, anybody really, to make ends meet, to buy groceries, just to live. The housing crisis, rent is ridiculous right now. Nobody can afford to buy a house, stuff like that.
You say most of America lives paycheck to paycheck?
Most of America does live paycheck to paycheck,
Work
yes.
2 jobs, and if so, why?
Yes, I did have to work 2 jobs because I was doing heating and air conditioning, and sometimes that was slow, so I had to pick up another job to make up for those days where I wasn't doing.
Last question. Do you think that minimum wage should be increased?
Do I think minimum wage should be increased? Absolutely yes, because we work too hard for this damn country to not make at least $20 to $25 an hour.
So let's do a figure. Saying you make MIT's recommendation of an average yearly salary of $35,000 per year, you're averaging about $2,400 per month after taxes. Now, I know what you're thinking. That probably sounds like a substantial amount to live on per month, but let me break it down for you even further. Let's say that the food costs averages one single person per month about $280 due to the food inflation. You're now left with $2,120 per month. And then your rent, which is based on the yearly average of rent increases in the area in Florida being between $1,400 and $1,700 for a 1-bedroom. Let's say you minus $1,400 from that $2,100 you have left. You're now left with only $720 to $850 after paying rent and buying yourself food. Is $850 actually possible to live on? A lot of people seem to be struggling with that same question. According to the Florida Department of Health, the Florida homeless population has risen over the past 2 years, now being an estimated 27,480 people homeless in Florida, ranking number 14 in the highest states with homelessness in the United States.
The influx of homeless people in Florida could be due to a multitude of things, like rising costs of items. However, the minimum wage is definitely something that has contributed to the homelessness. In America alone, there is approximately 636,000 homeless people. Although not all due to minimum wage and other life circumstances, it is definitely something we need to focus on as a country.